So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our creative menu, and we're going to go ahead and select the indestructible items. So you're going to go down and look for the indestructible set. It's right there. You add it to your inventory, and you're going to build this platform so that whenever you're done grabbing items you need, they'll automatically be destroyed. So we look over to the left. I'm going to pick 3 different pieces: the ramp, the wall, and then underneath this platform that we built will be the floor, the indestructible floor that we'll be using. And sometimes it gets covered up, so we'll select that. Alright, once they're selected and copied, go ahead and put them on the block platform. And then we can go ahead and break this ramp right here to go ahead and destroy the other items in the indestructible set that we're not using. Although this does save time with destroying the items that you just spawned, it's best to go through and make sure everything's deleted. We'll grab the build sets, and we'll go ahead and do our 1v1 ramp. And this is going to be the base made out of indestructible material. Let's sped it up so you don't have to sit here and watch me build it. Here's the build, what it looks like initially. We're also going to put some floors on the inside so that the traps can be placed. It's not necessarily required, but it makes things look cleaner and ensures that part of the base can't be destroyed if anybody wants to mess with it. Alright, speed this up. Alright, so once that's done, we're going to go into creative menu items. We're going to go ahead and select the sentry item. We're going to select the music sequencer and the barrier item. Oh, and the button as well. Go ahead and grab the barrier item. We'll put them right here on the wall. There'll be 4 of them. Keep in mind they're not configured yet. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is set it to enabled. We'll also set the height, that way it covers the full area. And we're going to do that to each of the barriers. So the height should care. The height setting on the barriers will span the entire build platform. This will ensure that sentries cannot kill you, that we place in a second in the future. And it'll also make sure that you aren't killed by the elimination music sequencer when it starts. Alright, from that point, we're going to go ahead and place the sentry items on the floor. Keep in mind that every time you place an item on the floor, the sentry will be facing in the direction to the right of the way you place it. So here I pretty much have all of them facing the one square where you start your build battle. Notice I place them to where each of them is facing towards the platform where you start your build battles. Alright, at this point we're going to start adding the music sequencers. And this is what kills the sentries once they spawn and try and blow up the builds with the rocket launchers. And I put them on both sides as guaranteed to make sure that there's no way that any sentries are left alive. We're going to go ahead and configure the music sequencer. So drop down the tempo on all 4 of these. You can play around with the speed, but I usually drop it around that number. Go ahead and adjust the length so that on one side it gets activated and then it trips this side. We'll adjust the damage to elimination, make sure everything's set to channel. Of course, it'll be on YouTube, so you'll be able to pause, stop, or slow down video to check the settings. And here, adjusting the tempo again. This is just to make sure that that first square with the Sentries aren't immediately destroyed before they have a chance to destroy any builds. Go ahead and set same settings again for all these music sequencers. Of course, we'll sped up the clip so that you don't have to sit here and watch me click. Channel 1 is what we'll be using. And the reason why these don't have a channel is because they're activated by the other side that has music sequencers. Almost finished. Alright. At this point, we're going to go ahead and configure the sentries of your rocket launcher. 1 health, far distance, dead shot, and adaptive aim is turned on. We'll go down and make sure that on game start it's not enabled, and make sure that they spawn from channel 1. Go ahead and do the same thing for every single sentry. And if you forget to turn off the enable sentry or spawn sentry on game start, you will have a sentry that spawns once you start the game, and it won't let you build because it'll continue to blow up your builds. So it's really important you disable it from spawning on game start. It's probably one of the most tedious parts of this process, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'm just double checking the sentry configurations. Alright, once those are all configured, we're going to go ahead and spawn the button that we had added to our inventory. We're going to move it so that both players on both ramps have access to it, but it's outside of the ramp so it doesn't interfere with the initial build. Go ahead and say to submit on channel 1 when the button's pushed. Alright, so at this point you press the button, sentries are spawned, and it also activates a sequencer. The point of the sequencer is to, in a delayed manner, kill the sentries after they try to kill you with their rocket launchers. So the first ones activate, they get sent, try and kill the sentries, and you're left over, hit that second music sequencer, and then a second wave hits sentries to kill and make sure they're all dead. Once this happens, you need to cover this, otherwise the elimination music sequencer will kill you if you step on that area. And that is what it's going to look like when it's all finished. Let's start the game. And this will be a quick demo of what it'll look like once it's completely finished. Go in here and do some builds real quick to simulate a build battle. Alright, push the button and you'll be able to see it in action. And as you can tell, first try, destroyed both builds, and do one more demo so you can see what this looks like being activated once more. And there you have it. Builds are broken and you can set up for a new build battle. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you can, and hope to see you next time for another tutorial in the future.